Hello everyone, let's get started. I have no financial interests and I have no sponsored links. Please, however, always check the description of my videos. There is always accompanying material. As in this video you will see all the slides I'm talking about. This particular video is about Galgitron's latest blog, the Bionic XRP. With his blog, the Bionic XRP, Galgitron wants to set the record straight. He wants to fight Fiat and FOMO, and he does quite a good job at it. First point he wants to fight. XRP will be the only remaining coin in existence someday. He, however, states very properly and very correctly, different currencies do different things better than others, and there will always be interested groups that want their own currency. He therefore suggests, instead of saying there can only be one, try saying only the best coins survive. Well done, Galgitron. 100% agree. Second point, XRP will replace Fiat. His arguments are, sovereign money isn't going anywhere. I fully agree. Governments need to control production of their money. I fully agree. And each state needs a governing body, even anarchies. Or do you want to shoot your neighbor cause his dog shit into your garden? Well done, Galgitron. 100% agree. Third point he fights. XRP will be used by everyone for everything. His main argument is that the transactions per second will never ever be enough. Even at the 65,000 transactions per second via payment channel, that would never ever suffice for the whole world. The only thing which could eventually solve that is a technique called sharding that could provide scalability. But basically he assumes that any coin could evolve to achieve global scalability. And his resume on that one, cash is still king. Well done, Galgitron. 100% agree. Fourth point he fights. Won't Cobalt solve all XRP's problem? Well, actually it turns out that the original designs for Cobalt have been distilled down into a mere XRP Ledger update and is no longer a massive upgrade. And the fear of quantum computing being a real threat he sees only in 5 to 10 years. Well done, Galgitron. 100% agree. Fifth point he fights. XRP will be the global reserve currency. XRP actually cannot replace USD as reserve currency for technical reasons of scale, like not enough transactions per second. Galgitron adds, ODL, on-demand liquidity, is the future of liquidity. XRP, majority being owned by Ripple, and the ledger controlled by a cluster of validators with the ability to vote in any manner that may or may not represent the interests of the IMF, will never be part of IMF strategy. Governments won't trust anything they can't threaten with nukes. And he adds, why doesn't Bill Gates give his money to the IMF then? Or how about Warren Buffett? Ripple is not a non-profit, they are for profit. Giving their war chest away serves them no purpose. It would just shut them down. Well done, Galgitron. 100% agree. Argument number 6. XRP will bring down the financial system. Galgitron's answer to that: make no mistake, the financial system will evolve to embrace these blockchain technologies. Well done, Galgitron. 100% agree. Point number 7. Countries will issue CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, on the XRP Ledger. Galgitron's answer: there's no government in the world that's going to issue their currency on the XRP Ledger, leaving them exposed to the potential collaboration of the validators to impose sanction controls over their currency. Well done, Galgitron. 100% agree. Point number 8. He fights down. There are 2 XRP ledgers. One for retail, the public one, and the private one for banks. You know that I have debunked that all very long time ago already. Galgitron's answer to that is actually a quote from David Schwartz, who is not saying there is a private ledger. He's saying XRP can be used on other private ledgers, not unlike how BTC IOUs, which are incidentally responsible for the high TPS recently, are being used on the XRP ledger. He's also saying, David Schwartz, that XRP must come from the public ledger. Up to here I totally agree with Galgitron. His conclusion then, however, I don't quite agree, which means that of course, because it has the XRP on the private ledger, have to come from the public ledger, which means that of course it has the same price, because it's the one and only XRP. Here I disagree with him, but on the general stupid idea that there are two ledgers, a public and a private ledger, I fully agree. Well done, Galgitron. 100% agree. Argument number 9. Galgitron fights. Couldn't they back XRP with gold to drive the price up? He explains this with 2 concepts. Either there is a backed coin, I think he means packed, or a self-valued coin, which just has the value through, I don't know, market dynamics and such. That similar to XRP. And he explains because XRP as a medium of value of exchange cannot have both a self-valued and a packed value. My take is on that XRP as a medium of value exchange cannot have counterparty risk. Thus no pegging or backing can be connected with XRP. XRP as a medium of value exchange has to be able to have any value it requires to do its work. Exchange value. Well done, Galgitron. 100% agree. Last point of his block. The key takeaway. His main argument is, for all the reasons before, which will never ever happen, all the money you, me, retail investors will ever make comes from other people. The machine itself, XRP or whatever, doesn't create any of it. And on this point, well, actually I agree on that point, but I have my own opinion on that, and I have showed numerous times the cost savings worldwide do add up and would allow definitely for high value XRP. Maybe in a few steps. Galgitron, while I completely agree with all the 9 points you bring, but your key takeaway I totally disagree with you.